Hello my lovelies, and welcome to another video on my channel. Thank you very much for joining me today as always. In this video I thought I would do a quick comparison video between the look that you get when you use a blooming gel versus a base coat to disperse your design. So the idea behind blooming gel is that you can use it and it will disperse your colors. It will make your design look very soft. There's no harsh lines when you use blooming gel. It basically just sort of, I think disperses is the best word that I can think of, the gel colors. So they all sort of blend and merge, and it's a very soft, almost watercolor type look. But I have seen videos and comments and things of people saying if you haven't got blooming gel, then you can get the same effect with a base coat, a layer of base coat. So we're going to put that theory to the test today. I've got a few color pops for us to get started with and some colors. So for me personally, when I do blooming gel, I always use bold colors. I tend to prefer bold colors anyway. But you ideally want colors that are quite bold or at least opaque. And the reason being because Blossom Gel does disperse that color. So if you're starting with an already translucent and very soft color, then it's just going to look even more translucent and soft. So I personally like to start with something that's a bit more opaque so that when the blooming gel disperses that color, you can still see what that original color is. So we're going to start, the pink that we're using today, if my camera can focus, is called Bittersweet. I was also going to use Stardust as well to give a little bit of glitter and interest to the design. We're also going to use Perfect White and Perfect Black. And then we have our Soak Off Base Gel. So these are all from Madam Glam. And the blooming gel I have is from Amelie. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that, but that's my blooming gel. So what I thought I would do, I've also got just my little palette here because I thought I'd do like a marble look design. I've got 3 nail tips here, and I've just got my brush that I'm going to use to apply my colors to my nail, and I've just got a dotting tool so that I can mix the colors together. So I'm just going to put those to the side for a little bit, and I thought first of all I would just do one of these nails in just the pink. Oops, lost my color cap. In the pink, because as I said, the color does get dispersed when you use a blooming gel. So I wanted to show you what this color looks like on its own with 2 coats. So I'm just going to put a couple of coats on here. Now you'll have to excuse me if I lose this nail tip. I've actually not used these before, and I'm learning quite quickly that I need to hang on to the base of this. Because the magnet, as it turns out, is not super strong. But as you can see, I mean, this is a very bold and a very opaque color. It's a really beautiful color. It's one of my favorite pinks that I've got in my collection. It's very pretty, and as you can see, it is opaque in one coat. So I'm going to pop that one in the lamp. And then on the other 2 color pops, I'm just going to put a layer of white. Whenever I do a marble look, I generally, well, in fact, I always put a layer of color to start with, and it is generally white. Not always, but I just find white provides a really nice base layer color and basically makes whatever colors you use stand out. It makes them pop. So I'm just going to put those on my color pops as well, and I will meet you back in just a second. Okay, so while I was away, I top coated this. This is just one coat still of that bittersweet color. So you can see how opaque that color is. And I've just done 1 layer of the white on each. It is slightly streaky still because I always do thin coats. However, it's just going to be a base coat layer, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not too worried. You need to be a bit careful when you're doing marble designs because they can tend to get quite thick. Just because the amount of gel polish you're applying. So I always only ever put 1 layer of my base white or whatever color I'm using down. So we're just going to get our little palette ready. We're going to get our colors ready for our marble. And obviously, you know, you can use whatever colors you like. You can do whatever design you like. But I'm just going to put, we're going to put white along the top. Then I think we'll go in with our pink. Okay, sorry about that. My phone rang, so I got a bit distracted. My pink's running a little bit, but that doesn't really matter. So yes, we'll just put our layer of pink down. And then we might come in with a bit of black. So as you're putting your colours down, before you put them back in your jar, just make sure that you haven't got any of the other colours on the bottom, because obviously that will contaminate your colour, and that's not what we want. So put a little bit of the stardust. I love this stardust, by the way. For anyone that hasn't got it, if you just want something that just gives you beautiful splush of glitter. I've got a little bit on there, got a little bit of black on there, I could tell. Okay, got rid of that. Yeah, it's beautiful. I love that polish. So I might actually put another layer of pink at the back, because that is my predominant colour that we want. So we've got our colours down on our palette. We're just going to come in with a layer of our blooming gel on this tip. Okay, and you just apply blooming gel like you would any other polish onto your tip, but you don't cure it. Okay, so not until you are ready and you've applied your design on the top. And there's loads of different designs that you can do. I'm just going to go with a marble look today. I'm not the most artistic person in the world by any stretch of the imagination, but there are loads of videos of people who do have a lot of talent, you know, for creating roses and just beautiful flowers and all sorts of lovely designs. So I'm just coming in, I'm just picking up my colours and just sort of dispersing them however you like. That's the beauty of marble. You can make it look however you like. Okay, actually that's quite pretty. We might just leave that there. Now, if you can see, these colours are dispersing. They're sort of going a little bit paler. You've got your pinks running into the black. Parts of this black are starting to look quite translucent, as you saw from the jar. You know, this is quite an opaque black. And you can just leave it sitting there for as long as you like until those colours merge and do what you like. So, of course, you can, you know, add to that colour or what have you. So we're just going to leave that one sitting there while I come in and do my base coat. So yeah, you can see now I've actually lost that definition on that bottom corner because my product has just spread all the way down there. And you can see in the center there that colour is dispersing. Okay, and down the sides here. So I'm actually going to pop that in the lamp now. And I'm going to pop that in for a full cure while we come in with our base gel. So if you do use the blooming gel, you do need to keep an eye on it because the colour will just keep moving until you tell it otherwise. Sorry, my cable at the back of my lamp came out, so my gel wasn't curing. I don't know what's going on today. I'm just having one of those days. It is Monday, so I'm guessing that's probably got a fair bit to do with it. Okay, so we are going to do exactly the same thing. So we're using exactly the same colours in exactly the same order. And we're going to do roughly the same design. We're going to come through on an angle just like we did on our other nail. So the benefit of using a layer of base gel here in this instance, and by the way, it doesn't have to be base gel. You could use a colour. I could have done another layer of white instead of the base gel. You could use, if your system doesn't have a base gel, you could always use a top coat as long as it is not tack free. Okay. So I'm going to leave this for a few minutes, a bit like I did with the bloomer gel. I'm just going to leave it sitting there for a little bit and see how the dispersal looks. So the colours are blending, they are moving, as you can see, because as we know, gel polish does self-level. but it's not really diluting. So can you see the pink still about as bold as it was previously? I've just got a little bit of bleeding here because that base gel has not been cured. But yes, as I was saying, you could also use top coat as long as it has a tacky layer. Do not use a no wipe top coat, but you could use one that cures with a sticky layer. Okay, so that's going to go in the lamp, and I'm just going to do a swap. So this was our blooming gel one, and I'm just going to give that a layer of top coat. Okay. So apologies for that, that is my phone in the background. Okay, so I'm just going to top coat this. So this was our blooming gel that you can see sort of spread to the bottom. So pretty, so pretty. I'm just going to pop that into cure while I top coat our base coat gel. So this was the one that we did with our base coat. So you can see this one ran a little bit more as well, not as much as what the blooming gel did. But yes, we're going to pop that one in the lamp, and then I can show you the end result. I'll put this one in my lamp on the right so that I don't get them muddled up. Okay, so here we have our 3 colour pops. So this is our stable one, if you like. That's just the pink colour on its own. This is the marble done with the blooming gel, and this is the marble done with the base coat. So, you know, it's very little difference at the end of the day with this type of design. If you're doing a different type of design, it would probably be a bit different. The pink has dispersed a little bit more in this one. The pink is a bit softer. It's softened because it's blended a bit more. But equally, as a result of that, in patches, it's gone a bit darker because it's blended more with the black. Whereas this, it's sort of stayed a bit more true to colour. I'm not sure if the camera is really sort of picking up what I'm saying or if it just sounds like I'm making stuff up. I'm really not. But yeah, I mean, based on this, certainly if you were going to do a marble design, you could definitely use a base coat as well as you could a blooming gel. As I said, there are people very clever, very artistic, who do beautiful designs with blooming gel, with flowers and things like that. I don't have that level of skill, rather tragically, but I am working on it. I do sort of keep practicing and things like that, but in the meantime, I do love my marble designs. So yeah, that's really the difference. With the blooming gel, the colours just blend that little bit more, and you've got further spread down here. So this, you know, this bottom left corner spread down quite far, but of course that's up to you, because it doesn't, as soon as you pop it in the lamp to cure it, then your gel's going to stop spreading. So that's entirely up to you as to how much time or how little time you allow those colors to blend and merge. But either way, anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you are all well. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and like this video, and take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.